Hi Gautam.
Yeah, hi Bharat.
Hi
So,
Gautam.
hello
Hi,
everyone.
audible?
Yeah, hi Bharat. You're
Namaskara.
Hi
audible.
Gautam. Hi,
I'm
audible?
Akshita. I'm your
You're audible.
today's
Hi,
host. On
audible. Thank
behalf of
you.
Mysore CHRO Forum
Thank you.
and Edinburgh Foundation and NIPM Mysore Chapter, Maharani Women's
Yeah,
Commerce and Management College, and NR Groups of Community Development, I would like to, welcome you all for this amazing virtual debate on the topic new HR's challenges in the era of AI. So, firstly, I would like to tell you all that this is the day three of HR Dasra. So, so I felt very happy to have you all here today. So, basically, HR Dasra we celebrate every year, and HR Dasra is a kind of blend of Mysore industries and cultural conferences together. So now, firstly, I would like to So firstly, now I would like to, once again welcome you all to the Apollo Hospital HR Dasra 2025, co-powered by SRF Detectives and Securities. So now, firstly, I would like to call PV Srinivasan sir, who is the chairman of NIPM Mysore and head of HRIR Zenith Textiles, to deliver the formal welcome to you all. Over to you, sir.
thank you, Akshata. Am I audible? Yes, sir, you're
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
sir.
everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So I've been asked to give the welcome, deliver the welcome address for this HR Dasra 2025. I'm Srinivasan CV, chairman of NIPM Mysore chapter and head HR and IR of Zenith Textiles Nanjangud. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this virtual debate on new HR challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome the chief guest and keynote speaker of today's program, Mr. N.G. Bharat Reddy, Vice President and Unit Head, Apollo Hospital, Mysore. And also next, I'm going to mention the name of the panel members. Mr. S.T. Satish Chandra, DGM HRIR and Admin L&T Construction Equipment Limited. Dr. P.S. Balaji Rao, HOD, MBA, VBC College. Mr. Harris, AW HR Advisor.
Recording in progress.
Pardon? HR Advisor, Excel Soft Technologies. Mr. Shadakshara Swami, Founder and CEO, Agamin Group. And today's event is hosted by Maharani Women's and Commerce and Management College, Mysore, represented by Dr. Nataraj C. Principal, Dr. Niranjana Babu, HS Associate Professor, HOD MCOM PG Department, Professor Ananda, Assistant Professor, Dr. Muthuraja S., IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Shruti D., IQAC Coordinator, and Professor Gunashri B., IT Coordinator. Also, it has been co-hosted by NR Center for Community Development, represented by Punit Kumar B., Center Head. I would like to also welcome MIT College Mysore, GSSS College Mysore, Sri Siddhartha Institute of Technology Tumkur, HR fraternity, students from various institutions, academicians, and other faculties. This event is the culmination of an enormous collective effort put in by like-minded HR groups, that's NIPM Mysore chapter, Mysore HR Forum, EDIN HR, and other institutions. This year, we decided to bring in all like-minded HR fraternity of Mysore to assemble at one common platform, and hence the result was HR Navami 2025 at this large scale. As you're all aware, NIPM is a HR professional body, boasts of a membership of over 10,000, spread across 55 chapters across the country. Mysore chapter was formed in the year 1983 by HR professionals, scholars, and experts from various industries, educational institutions, and organizations, actively organizing insightful HR workshops, talks, conferences for the benefit of members and students. NIPM is dedicated to fostering professionalism in personal management across all tiers, continuously striving to enhance skills and uphold professional standards within the fraternity. NIPM chapter is one of the vibrant chapters in the country. About today's topic, we are hearing a lot about advent of artificial intelligence in the recent past and its impact on human resource. As the topic itself suggests, challenges of HR in AI era. In any new concept, there will be challenges and also benefits. Therefore, this hot topic is chosen for discussion, and experts from the field will be debating and sharing their thoughts. Hence, with these few words, I once again welcome you all for this virtual debate. I would like to thank the organizers of the event and personally Mr. Gautam for providing me an opportunity to welcome this welcomers. Thank you all the very best. I hope all the participants will take the most benefit and take away more positive things from this discussions. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Niranjana Babu HS, who is the Associate Professor and HOD of MCOM PG Department of Maharani Women's Commerce and Management College, Mysore, to brief about today's session. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Niranjan Babu, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of MCOM PG Center, Maharani Women's Commerce and Management College. It gives me great pleasure to join you all for this virtual debate on the one of the most important topics of our time, the new HR challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. We are living in a world where the machines can think, learn, even make decisions. AI is no longer a distant dream, it is a part of our daily life, influencing how we work, how we communicate, and how we grow. For the human resources community, this change brings both the opportunities and as well as new challenges. First, let us look at the opportunities. AI, it helps the HR professionals in the ways we could only imagine a decade ago. From the intelligent recruitment tools that identify the best talent to the chatbots that can assist the employees 24 into 7 to the data analytics that can predict the workforce trends, technology is transforming the HR into a strategic powerhouse. The routine tasks are being automated now, giving the HR professionals more time to focus on the people, their growth, engagement, and well being. But with these opportunities comes the challenges that we must face with the courage and the clarity. One major challenge is the balance between the technology and the humanity. While the AI can read the resumes and it can predict the performances, it cannot yet understand the human heart, our emotions, creativity, or our compassion. As the HR leaders, we must ensure that in our drive for the efficiency, we do not lose the human touch that defines our profession. Another challenge is ethical decision making. How do we ensure the fairness in the AI driven recruitment? How do we prevent the bias in algorithms? How do we build the trust among the employees who fear that the machines may replace them? These questions demand not only the technical solutions but also the strong moral leadership. We also face the challenges of reskilling. The jobs of tomorrow will not be the same as today. HR has a vital role to play in preparing the workforce for the new skills in data literacy, creativity, collaboration, and emotional intelligence. AI may automate the tasks, but it will never replace the passion and the purpose that humans bring to their life. My dear friends, I believe the future of HR lies in human plus AI collaboration. AI should not be seen as a competitor, but as a partner, a tool that can amplify our abilities and free us to focus on what truly matters, the people, the purpose, and the progress. As we begin today's panel discussion, I encourage each one of you to think boldly, speak honestly, and share your insights on how we can build an HR ecosystem that is both highly tech and as well as highly human touch. Let us explore not only the challenges but also the creative solutions that can make this transformation meaningful and inclusive. Let us remember the future will not be created by the technology alone, but by the people who use the technology with wisdom and compassion. Thank you. And now I invite all our panelists to lead us into the important discussion. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. So, are you all excited? Please give me a thumbs up. Just want to see how excited you all are. Well, that's the Josh. So now I would like to, invite the Miss Madhushri ma'am, who is the associate professor of MyCast College. She is the moderator. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Akshita. A very good afternoon to everyone present here, and a very warm welcome to all our participants who have joined us virtually today. We are currently witnessing day three of HR Dasra virtual debate on HR challenges in the era of AI, a thought provoking session. It's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. N.G. Bharatish Reddy, to this virtual session of day three of HR Dasra 2K25. Mr. N.G. Bharatish Reddy has over 3 decades of experience in the field of healthcare, servicing Apollo hospitals for the past 24 years, handling different profiles across various multifaceted roles and at other locations. Currently heading Apollo BGS Hospitals Mysuru as a vice president and unit head for the last 11 years. A trained professional in using all HR and management tools, full-time dual degree MBA in marketing and MBA in HR from the prestigious Naval Vadia Institute of Management Studies, Pune. And his hobbies include reading books, playing cricket, and traveling. Nevertheless, I'm really happy to share that Apollo Hospital has been the title sponsors of HR Dasra 2K25. And thank you very much for that, sir. May I now have the honor of inviting Mr. Bharatish Reddy to kindly deliver the keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madhushri. That was brief. I mean, wasn't required so much to explain detail about myself. We are Mysoreans and living here for quite a long time, and each one of us knows each other. Anyways, thanks for that. Very kind of you. Okay. Uh, Namaste to all the participants today in this session. And I would like to thank Gautam and team for organizing such a wonderful session, which I think is necessary in the today's context, where there's so much of aura or the hype created about the artificial intelligence impact into the industry, the way it has been spoken, the way it has been driven. But the fact remains that it exists. So we need to acknowledge that. So let me start the point way back in 1950s when Mr. John McCarthy started or initiated this artificial intelligence for the first time, he wouldn't have even imagined that it can probably one day grow to an extent where it defines the future of the world. And the fact is that it is. So since 1950s, this AI has evolved year by year and has transformed into a reckoning force today to drive the business across the industries today. Having said that, it is estimated. I mean, just giving a challenge points to the HR. Mr. Bharat and all of you have spoken. We're going to speak the year after. What the challenges HR will have. I'll just give some stats and I'll give some healthcare perspective. How AI has impacted healthcare also. Um, it is AI. I mean, it's expected a significant reshape of global job market by 2030. It seems the World Economic Forum says that 44% of workers' core skills will change by 2030, but that's significant amount of percentage of work, and entirely driven by AI, automation, and digitalization. And International Labor Organization, it also says that such as the clerical and as well as administrative roles may be at risk, but ILO predominantly emphasizes that AI is more likely to augment jobs rather than making them redundant. This is very encouraging coming from the International Labor Organization. And the PwC, the PwC's 2025 Global AI Jobs Barometer found that industries most exposed to AI, including finance, tech, and healthcare, are seeing up to 3x higher growth in employees' productivity, which is something significant. Not able to see?
So you're audible, sir. You're audible,
fine.
sir.
Yeah, good. Go ahead. So what it means is AI is definitely helping not only, as I said earlier, to augment the jobs, but also it is increasing the productivity. And as I said earlier, if I take the example of the healthcare, just giving you two instances wherein in our hospital, let's not go to the globe, let's come to Mysore straight in Mysore Apollo. We are driving two AI driven applications which we have started working on. One is into the gastroenterology. AI in gastroenterology is something which the unit Apollo Hospital is driving, wherein the prediction, or when we do an endoscopy of any patient, the prediction or the identification of any such disability or any kind of an issue is predicted much earlier, probably which can tomorrow turn out to be a cancer. So which we can analyze today and tell the patient that, boss, you got to alter your work style, alter your medication so that you will not end up into. So these are all the things which can predict. Another application which we are working on in our hospital is something called as predictive AI. Predictive AI into healthcare. It means, what it means is that when a patient is presented to the hospital, along with the patient's data, we analyze the present condition of the patient, and the tool, the application will suggest whether the patient should go to the ICU or to the ward. It helps the doctors to predict correctly to go to the ward or ICU. In the past, in the absence of this AI, there was a possibility of patient being sent to the ward, and from ward, patient get deteriorated and then go to the ICU. What it means is the chances of survival of such patients will be less. So this AI will help the patient conditions to be diagnosed earlier and make a right decision of sending the patient to the ICU, treat them symptomatically, discharge them without any complication, much complications, which saves a lot of time, energy, and of course the cost factor to the patient. And just give you an example of how it can impact the healthcare. The same could be there in other industries as well. I mean, there is no rocket science, to understand in these comparisons between industries. But yes, uh, if you look at in a broader aspect of the AI application, whether it is automotive industry or it is automobile or it is an FMCG or in healthcare, there is a definite value to what and how we use it. Now, what exactly it means to the HR people, as Mr. Bharat already explained, that you have to redesign, you have to reskill the pay, the employees, because you have to exist. This is the challenge is all about how you can make both exist, coexist. I mean, the machine and as well as the human empathy factor. These two factors, which needs to coexist going forward. A lot of points are there. I'm sure you're going to debate about that, which should be discussed, and probably already in some of the organizations already have put those in place. And I'm sure today's debate will add a lot of value to those discussions, and will help, of course, the participants today, not just the participants and others as well. So overall, what I would like to say that is the artificial intelligence is here not to replace jobs as it has been conceived otherwise. That's been the way people are thinking. It's just not about replacing jobs. It actually transforms them. And of course, it is the challenge with the HR is how you adopt them and make them coexist. I'm just putting in a very simple way to make them coexist, both the technology and as well as the human empathy. I mean, you can define a number of theories, a number of workings around this simple thing, and I'm sure end of the day, it all boils down to the coexistence of it. That's the keynote point what I want to address today. Thank you.
Thank you, Batish sir, for that futuristic outlook, which really set the tone for strategic thinking. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
As we all know, every industrial revolution has transformed the way we work, from steam engines to electricity, from computers to artificial intelligence. But the fourth industrial revolution, powered by AI and data, is not just about machines, it's about redefining what it means to be human at work. HR professionals today are faced with the challenge of balancing technology with humanity, leveraging AI for efficiency and analytics while ensuring empathy, ethics, and inclusion remain at the heart of people management. I'm joined by an esteemed panel of experts representing diverse perspectives from technology, industry, and academia who will help us decode these complex challenges and opportunities. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed panel members who have graciously joined us for this insightful session on HR challenges in the era of AI. And it's my duty to introduce the panel members to this virtual debate on HR challenges in the era of AI, hosted by HR Dasra 2K25. Let me begin by introducing Mr. S.D. Satish Chandra, who is the head of HR, IR, and administration at L&T Construction Equipment Limited, Bengaluru. With over 30 years of rich experience in human resource management, industrial relations, and administration, he has served in the leadership roles across reputed organizations such as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Suzlon Infrastructure Limited, Grasim Industries, and Karnataka Vidyut Karkhane Limited. He has made significant contributions to employee relations, skill development, and legal case management, and has successfully led long-term wage settlements and handled complex industrial disputes and strikes. Notably, the National Skill Development Corporation featured his work at HAL Koraput Division in its Hunar Bar series for his efforts in advancing skill development initiatives. Mr. Satish Chandra also serves as a member of the advisory committee for CS Tari, Kolkata, and contributes to several HR expert committees. He is a sought after guest speaker for organizations such as CII Bengaluru and a guest faculty at institutions including Christ University, RNSIT, Acharya Institute, and SJCIT. Beyond his professional commitments, he is actively involved in voluntary organizations and NGOs, focusing on youth counseling, personality development, and training for competitive examinations. His journey reflects leadership, service, and a deep commitment to developing people and organizations, and is also the proud alumnus of University of Mysore. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
We are
Thank
also privileged to have Mr. Shadakshari Swami, our next panelist, who is an experienced entrepreneur with over 2 decades of experience in the technology sector. He's the founder and CEO of Agamin Group, where he leads initiatives focused on sustainable tech-enabled solutions with a strong emphasis on healthcare and social impact. Known for his collaborative leadership style, he brings rich expertise in product and program delivery, customer experience, stakeholder value creation, and team development skills he continues to refine through continuous learning and collaboration. Beyond his entrepreneurial pursuits, Mr. Swami is deeply involved in community service. He served as the charter president of the Rotary E-Club of Mysore Center, the first E-Club in Rotary District 3181. Pioneering digital engagement in Rotary's mission, he also contributes as the secretary of Anurag Seva Trust, an organization dedicated to community welfare. Currently, he is an active member of the CII Karnataka State Council 2526, where he plays a key role in driving discussions on regional development and inclusive growth. His journey reflects a blend of innovation, social commitment, and leadership aimed at creating meaningful impact. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Harris Adivai, who brings over 25 years of experience in human resources, learning and development, and strategic management across leading software, ITs, and e-governance organizations. He currently serves as the head of talent acquisition and HR advisor at Excelsoft Technologies, Mysuru. Known for aligning HR strategies with business goals, he has successfully built and led strong teams in companies like SPI, Comat Technologies, Patni Computers, and V Technologies. An accomplished author, Harris penned the best-selling inspirational book, Stars shine only in the darkness. And mentor to young professionals and startups. A dedicated Toastmaster, he earned the Distinguished Toastmaster title, the highest honor from Toastmasters International, and notably is the first DTM from Mysuru region. Beyond his corporate achievements, Harris serves as a professor of practice at several management institutes and actively contributes to professional communities such as TIA Mysuru, CII HR panel, and IHRD. His enthusiasm for teaching, mentoring, and lifelong learning continues to inspire those around him. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Madhushri. Appreciate introducing me to the panel and everybody else out there.
Joining us as well is Dr. PSV Balaji Rao, is a seasoned academician with over 25 years of experience in management education, research, and leadership. He currently serves as a professor and head of the Department of Business Administration at Vidyavadaka College of Engineering, Mysuru. Throughout his career, Dr. Balaji Rao has demonstrated excellence in academic administration, curriculum innovation, and student engagement. His leadership has fostered strong industry academia collaborations, global exchange programs, and research oriented learning environments. A prolific researcher and author, Dr. Balaji Rao has published numerous papers in reputed national and international journals and co authored chapters in management textbooks. His academic interests include business analytics, organizational psychology, and human resource development. He has been associated with prestigious institutions such as AMR, Apard, Hyderabad, and Sri Venkateshwara College of Computer Science, and also has served on academic boards and professional bodies, including IMA, ISTD, and VTU. Beyond academics, Dr. Balaji enjoys writing, mentoring, and engaging in professional development initiatives that enrich the learning community. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm virtual welcome to all our distinguished panelists. Welcome you all. I am Madhushri S, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Business Administration at Micas College, Mysuru, and I have the privilege of moderating today's session. I'm truly excited to know from our expertise how technology and human potential intersect in the modern workplace. Today, we'll explore how HRs across sectors are navigating this change, balancing automation with empathy, data with ethics, and algorithms with human judgment. So without further ado, let's begin our discussion and understand how HR can lead the way in this era of intelligent transformation. Let me first begin with Mr. Shadakshari Swami, founder and CEO, Argument Group. Sir, so start with a very fundamental question. What exactly is artificial intelligence and how does it work in simple terms? And why has it become so essential in today's world? Uh, if you can give us a snapshot of the AI industry, how big it is globally, and who are the key players driving innovation in this space?
Yeah. Thank you, madam. Very happy to be here. Just to answer the question that you asked, okay, probably, and I'll take a step back and see where are we, what is the kind of trend that we are seeing. And I think most of the keynote speakers reflected the thought in terms of, yeah, it is there, AI is already there. We are already seeing the transformations happening in every function, every domain that we are talking today. And this is not a journey which just started, okay, as Sir said, okay, it has been there for a long time. Probably no, it is a stage where it has actually started creating a new results or a new applications have started coming out. There are a few reasons why it has started, why this is happening today. If you look at AI, more AI and the machine learning and whatever we're talking about is all about computation models, okay, which is kind of utilizing the right set of hardwares, either to predict, either to understand the data, either to generate. Okay, so this is what is happening, right? This was the kind of a statistical model that we had, mathematical model that we had, and they are being used properly to make sure that okay, that is being used for applications. That's a transformation. Why is it happening? While we are looking at okay, a lot of models, like whether we're talking about a machine learning models, deep learning model, natural language models, or a generative models, the reinforcement models. Okay, these are the models which are available, were available as well. But if you look at the kind of bigger transformation which is happening in the industry, tech industry, is computation ability, right? We have seen a leapfrog in terms of our computation abilities. Today, earlier we were talking about a small CPUs to GPUs today, which can handle a lot more data, lot more quicker calculations and predictions and correlations can be done. So that is the result. That is the result that we are seeing it as an AI. And also what is happening in the architecture of our models have been changed or being matured today. So that is kind of giving us a result. In terms of industry, there are multiple things happening, right? From a tech point of view, if you see, AI is one, right? There are people, there are companies who are only working on the pure model development, right? There are few companies. Okay, that is one industry which is kind of growing. Okay, we have OpenCA, seen ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or LAMP. There are multiple companies, coming up now. So they focus on model development, pure play model development. There are also system to build the hardware which is required, right? Like we get Nvidia, and there are also companies which are kind of forcing applications. And I think today's domain also belongs to one of those, where I think okay, a lot of the like Salesforce, success factor, they lot on AI applications development. So maybe they're not really getting into the core of AI, but they're actually building an applications. So in combination of all these innovations which is happening in industry, there's a out. And as a observer, as a person who's been involved, I am confident that okay, this is going to change the industry
Sir?
confident and I'm seeing it. Okay, we're just in the deep, but what we're going to see it from now for the next 10 years is very transformational. We as a professionals, we're going to see a lot transformational because we are seeing a lot of the research and development happening in terms of computation abilities. We're actually expecting quantum to be very democratized very soon. So a lot more research is happening. So that we are expecting a lot more powerful computers to be available and a lot more AI applications to come on. Right? That's what I would see now. And I'm sure, okay, as we go forward, there's a lot more to unlearn, a lot more to learn as a HR
Yes.
professional, as an industrialist. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, uh, my next question is to Harry sir. Sir, with the input given by Shadakshari sir, AI was always there. That's what he did mention. So, being the HR head of one of India's leading IT companies, how do you see artificial intelligence emergence, which has impacted your industry? And what are the new challenges or shifts that you have observed in managing people and processes since AI has become a mainstream? Harry
That's
sir.
a very interesting question. As Sir actually mentioned, this automation, in my opinion, it was there right from the day when a man decided to come out of the forest and start, doing something using his brain, right? So any automation that eases out the work, uh, that is something is easily, gets adopted to. And people start experimenting on it to make it more efficient, isn't it? Now, it has moved into a space where most of the work that we do will be able to mimic, and this artificial intelligence will be able to take over majority of work to ease the work that we are doing. That's how I see it, actually. The impact, we started seeing it um, after COVID, in my opinion. Although we had all these, computation modules, and people used to talk about, things getting automated, especially the repetitive works and all this stuff, but impact was not much. We thought we still have a lot of time, but all of a sudden, I think the paradigm shift happened, and we were standing and facing AI. Now, to answer your bigger question, the impact of AI, okay, in all industries we are seeing it. In specific, if you want to know about the IT and how the HR has transformed, in my opinion, it has accelerated the transformation, especially the reshape the way we hire people, the way we train people, the way we retain people. Whatever the functions that you name in HR, I can see, the automation or AI functions are actually playing a very, very important role, whether it's right from screening of applications. Just to give an example, we used to spend a lot of time, to just pick a couple of profiles out of thousands of profiles. It's a human intensive job, a couple of years ago. But now, I think this AI will help us to give us the right profile, And when it comes to hiring, earlier it was, I don't think it's possible to hire anybody without seeing that person in person, face to face, right? But now, I think you may not be, I think as an IT HR, I will expect that for every individual to come and meet us for all the rounds of interviews, right from the screening interviews to offer and onboarding. But now there are challenges too, but we are learning to overcome those challenges. Something else like, you can always beat the system. If you ask a question, it's easy to answer that more fluently, eloquently, and you can articulate that well because a co-pilot may be helping you. We never know that, right? So now, when you are trying to assess an individual, sometimes this remoteness will not be able to help us much. But now we are trying to overcome all that, and this proctoring, understanding emotions by staying by using these automation tools are something that we are evolving. See, our reliance on algorithms can overlook, maybe the softer parts of skills, soft skills, emotions, and maybe the biases. Those are the challenges we are finding it hard to address right now. Somewhere we are finding it that only human can do that. This is an understanding which we are having right now. In a nutshell, this is what I see. It's really helping us a lot, and at the same time, there are some limitations which we are yet to overcome.
So AI is easing out the processes, but not the people. That's what you entirely meant, or with regards to the stages that is there. Yeah.
It's easing out processes. I totally agree, but not the people yet.
Yes. So thank you, sir. Moving on to Satish Chandra, sir, who is a core manufacturing person. Sir, AI is often associated with the IT sector, and many believe that only IT jobs are at risk. But how is AI influencing the manufacturing industry, and how are you addressing the fear of job loss or resistance to change among blue collar workers as AI and automation enter the shop floor?
Yeah, very good question, madam. Actually, first of all, I thank all of you for giving me an opportunity, and I feel honored and privileged to be over here. And today is a very good the topic which you have chosen, and it is the discussion and the knowledge on the AI is very much need. It is a need of the hour, and everywhere actually the same have come across. But it is good. So in this region, you have organized this. So first of all, of course, there is a misconception among the people. Of course, the industrialists and the workers or whoever. From the day one, the computer has introduced. The what word you have specifically mentioned is the job loss. When the computer has introduced, there was also actually the people were under the impression of so that they are going to lose the job, and these computers are not going to suit, especially our country, the where the population uh, is very high. Yes, of course. Still, in spite of that, the the technology, it has we the people have overcome on that and all, and the people have started synchronizing and going along with the computer and all. And there was a days actually we have started our career in writing all the informations and datas in the ledgers in 90s, and we have started working in the 90s on WS, WordStar, WordPerfect, and Lotus and all. And by the time also, so when the other office, MS Office and all have introduced, then also there was a conception that this is going to, snatch our jobs like that. Then afterwards, there was a Y2K. When the Y2K was nearing, also there was a misconception so that all the data which we have stored in the computer and all, it may go disaster or something at all. We have passed through, and now the again the various the technology and the tools and applications have introduced in the business line. Of course, again we are overcoming and synchronizing with all those, and now the new the tool and application has come, the technology that is AI. In my opinion, it is also pass on the same way, and we are sure that we are going to synchronize with that, and effectively we are going to use this tool and apply this all the technology and the specification and other things or whatever it is there, the provisions in that AI to our business, and we will run and it will also pass on. So coming to our job loss to the manufacturing sector. Yes, of course, in the IT sectors and all, I don't know how it is going to affect. But whereas in the manufacturing sector, as far as my 30 years of experience is concerned, there will not be a much impact on the job loss. It is a myth, and rather we can, modify our existing manpower to align with the AI in order to get a productivity and energize our workforce to face the future eventualities. The one more thing is there will be a job change in a job role and a job description, but whereas this job loss will not be there in the manufacturing sector. Most of the our manufacturing sector, the process will be working on machine. So this working on machine required a man. Of course, only a few of the processes we can robotize, and we can use the machines and all, and adopt AI. But whereas for the manufacturing sector, manpower, human resource is very much required so that we can improve their skills by using AI rather than losing our manpower. I will tell you, so with a great effort by training, by giving a lot of training to our blue collar job, we place them on production and shops. And just because of AI comes and I cannot lose my manpower, which we have trained and all. And rather, with the help of I can identify the right, the right domain to place my manpower and put them into the right track and double their, productivity and improve their skills and strategy level and to utilize a better manner to improve my business and our to reach our organization goal. As far as my knowledge is concerned, we can the AI will rather help us to think better and strategize our planning and productivity, learning and development, improve the workforce for the future eventualities rather than losing the job. That is what I would like to say about manufacturing organizations on AI. It's a myth what we think losing a job. No, we can better utilize by using, adapting that tool, the AI tool and its application systematically.
Well said, sir. Thank you. Moving on to our next panelist, Dr. PSV Balaji Rao. Sir, Satish sir has rightly mentioned that there would be a change in job role and not the job loss. So, being an academician, how would you see this transformation? There's a growing concern that AI might reduce job opportunities, which is already answered by our Satish sir. How is your institution viewing this trend, and do you see a similar fear among young students? How AI is transforming industries and redefining roles across the sectors? How do you look into that, sir?
Yeah, thank you, madam. I'm audible, no?
Yes, sir.
You're audible,
Yes.
sir. You're audible.
Okay, thank you. So that's a good question, how we academicians are getting ready. Madam, I agree with the panel that AI is more an opportunity rather than a threat. And that's how even the young generation feels. We in our college, we focus much on the inputs given by the industry and the changes in their job markets, and also we work more on our curriculum. And every year you see there is a change in curriculum updating to the current needs. So our inputs, we start from industry as well as the trends in the job market. You can see that today one of a job portal is very much clearly stating that the employment opportunities for those with AI integrated skills has increased phenomenally from almost all 10 to 15% compared to the last previous years. Now that makes us more to think about how we integrate technology and academics so that we get them ready to the future world needs. More than this, because I just want to throw light on a different dimension, which as an academician and as a researcher, I need to bring to the light of the members here. We see that there is an uneven distribution of AI literacy in sense training or awareness. And this is going to bring a new form of what you call social inequalities. And this is out of our research with the policymakers at the top. We found that the neighboring countries, recently what they were experiencing, the disturbances, this is also one of the reason. And that's why I would like to bring more as an academician and also as a socialist perspective, how academician, the higher education in our country is gearing up to avoid these kind of situations. One of a few things which we found is that this AI literacy and the what you call the training and the opportunities what it is given, it is going to bring a huge gap between the urban and rural students or the talent force. because we see that in the urban areas we have very much accessible approachable opportunities to learn AI or whatnot, the digital technologies that meet to the needs. And this is one such gap where we as an academicians, we are trying to see what policy changes need to be done. And also we found that through our experiences of countries which has implemented AI, and what challenges they found is that there is a bigger economic stratification is happening, and this is deepening. That is in a same organization with the same fraternity, there is a difference in income levels or the salary levels, what it is paid to them. And also there is in some cases where in few nations we found occupational segregations, like digitally sound and digitally not sound. There is a two kind of groups. Now we found a new phenomena that intergenerational inequality is more prominent in those places, in the case studies where we found if this AI education is not properly addressed, it not only creates an opportunities, but it can also be a threat. So this is what my what you call a point of view to all the members here, that as an academicians and the institutions and universities at the higher education level, we are focusing on this. And one such, you can see that the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. Through that, now a new thing it is introduced called SOAR scheme, that is a skill for AI readiness. Now where the school students are made ready to get acquainted with the AI and machine language models, so that they can gear up to the new challenges in the days to come. So this is how higher education is getting into this. So overall, when we were into the policy making and we were asked that what need to be done, we were asked to address that these are the findings, like social cohesion is a challenge. Then at times in few countries that national identity itself is a challenge. And there is a shift in the education culture. And we welcome now the integration of AI into education, because it is the foundation where it makes the new generation to adapt to the new challenges. And also there is a cultural shift. As I said again, the introduction of AI has brought in few big companies, not to mention a few its name, the renowned MNCs, which is top 500 among the top 500, a kind of bias, especially with respect to gender bias, etc. These were all the outcomes what we witnessed. And also the social mobility, the rate at which the social mobility happens also has decreased, if at all this AI and education is not properly integrated. So rather than what we become a creation oriented market, if at all we blindly follow AI without proper awareness, without ethical usage, will become consumption oriented AI market. So that we don't want it. And also at times we found that yes, the question comes is, do AI replaces or will eliminate jobs? Now there comes the concept of self-confidence. The more our students were trained on this AI and the tools and how effectively, productively they can be utilized, more is we found their self-confidence level is high, and they are coming out with the innovation and creative solutions for different challenges. So this is what I can make it out. And all these things what we have done is the parameters which we take into consideration before we introduce the changes in the curriculum and update it accordingly. So that's what from my end, madam.
Thank you, sir. You spoke about AI literacy, spoke about policy issues, you spoke about the challenges as well as the opportunities that are available. Moving on with the next question to Shadakshari, sir. Sir, from HR professionals' perspective, academicians, and from non-technical background, how can they build practical AI literacy without diving deep into coding or advanced tech? And what are the most impactful AI technologies currently transforming HR operations? And could you please suggest some few of the tools worth exploring and learning?
Yeah, sure. I think it was great to hear different perspectives from industry to production to academics. A lot to learn. Uh, so from a current state, right? Non-technical HR academia, how AI literacy have to be. Um, in my opinion, okay, I will be very blunt here. Okay, the AI will probably, uh, you don't need to have a different training all the more. That's going to come in very pervasive way. Okay, we are already in the age where we are using our AI in our day-to-day life, right? Whether it is your camera, whether it is your mobile, whether it is your chat GPTs, or whether it's already started. We don't need to have a very specific focus on that. Okay, that is going to come in. What we need is, okay, we need to remove that panic from the youngsters, or okay, probably the for Gen Z's and beyond, this fear may not be there. Okay, there's a fear in the generation, probably in the previous, right, millennials and beyond. There's a missing out. There could be a missing out, phenomena, where we need to really take out that panic out of them and say, okay, how do we bring in that skill which is kind of required for usage of AI. If you want to ask me whether we need to train everybody in the models, whether we want to train everybody in AI ML, seems to be a big jargon at this point. Do we really need to train them? My answer, probably my thought is, okay, no, we don't need. But do we really need to train them how to use it, where to use it, look at the possibilities, understand the depth and the breadth of the AI? Yes, we need to. So this should be part of our curriculum in terms of how do we use it, where do we use it, how, what should be the governance of usage, what is the plus and minus of usage. Those need to be brought into the curriculums at the earliest, right? I'm sure, okay, as Balaji said, okay, it's already happening. And I think India, if I wanted to take up India as a focus, India is in the forefront, right? We're already started exploring things, okay, when compared to some of the European countries, some of the Middle East countries or South Asian countries, we are way ahead in terms of picking up, right? More resources. Okay, we already have a human capital which is young, which is vibrant, which is technically capable. With AI, we're going to be a lot more potential than many of our neighbors. So that's the potential that we have. So maybe yes, okay, if we are really, somebody is going through a very core technical or engineering need to bring in context of model development, computation development, and things like that. And I talked about our strength. At the same time, we are kind of lagging model developments, hardcore innovation, which is happening in AI. Next superpowers, whoever we call, okay, they're going to be holding a lot in AI space. So we have a responsibility as industrialists, as academicians, as for innovation. AI is to quickly, and we innovate. Okay, we actually build a lot more competency among ourselves, now our youth. So that's what's happening, right? So we need to train.
Hello, Shadakshari sir. There's a little disturbance in the line and you're not audible.
Model development, right? His choice was to learn a commerce. So we should enable him to how to use AI. Okay, that's the focus there. If somebody is there who's kind of innovating, who's trying to, who's very good in maths, who's good, very good in stats, he's exploring model development, we should actually enable them, create more labs, create challenges to him, bring in computations so that okay, he builds more better models. We should start looking at how do we bring in our own models, right? We still depend on models from open chat GPTs and llamas and all these guys, right? We still don't have that space. So we have a lot more to as a responsibility from our within us to make sure that okay, we create that echo. So that's one thing. For our professionals who are already there in their mid career, right, from millennials and those guys. Okay, we need to start building very short programs, probably make them comfortable with the AI usage applications, instead of throwing a lot of the jargons on them, we need to make sure that okay, that is their part of the life. And similarly, in production, in industries which is not so IT dependent, uh, I'm seeing there are a lot of disruption happening there too, because now we spoke about Industry 4.0. Now we are talking about smart Industry 5.0 and 4.0, which is kind of culminating with AI. So there's an automated ways of operating. So there's a lot more happening. So the skills need to be upgraded there as well, as Satish was talking about. Our core competency in the production knowledge becomes very important, but our adaptability in AI becomes all the more important. And we, as in India, we're actually trying to be a nation which is going to be focused more on production, manufacturing. So that becomes very important to bring in those two aspects to make it more effective. We're not competing with ourselves, right? We're competing with the global giants today, which are competing with China, we're competing with Vietnam, we're competing with Bangladesh, you just name it, okay, we're competing with them to get that space of manufacturing. So this combination, this bringing this amalgamation of production or domain knowledge and AI becomes very important. So it is a responsibility of industry to bring in, adopt, pick up programs which is going to enable people who matters to learn this, right? So we need to train them. So that those are the kind of aspects that I see that okay, we should enable it. We should start looking at smaller programs, take out the jargons, take out the the panic that we have saying AI is not a bigger elephant, right? AI is part of us now. It's we don't need to worry about it. You don't need to innovate. You need to understand the applications of it. So that's what I would say that okay, we need to bring an ecosystem to learn.
Very sensible enough, sir. Harry, sir, with this line of coexistence, I just want to ask you one question. How has your organization approached reskilling or upskilling employees to help them adapt and coexist with AI technologies? Could you please give a real time example of any initiative or programs that have been organized and conducted in your industry for the employees?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I was hearing, many of the panelists here speak about AI. It's insightful. I will touch upon like what we are doing and how we are educating or rather transforming our employees to adopt AI. But before that, I would like to, touch upon the part which Satish Chandra has mentioned. He felt like that every time when we start losing jobs because of automation, I think we will get it back. Yeah, that's very optimist. I feel like, yeah, we are going to get back the jobs that we are going to lose, but not in the same form, in my opinion. Maybe in a different format, right? See, we had. Okay, see, there are thriving jobs which even in the last decade, people were, most of the graduates used to get into, like whether it's call center, data entry, transcription, even I'm talking about the BPO and IT environment. And most of these jobs, I will say they evolved. And whatever that we heard pretty recently that, the top IT companies, I'm talking about IT per se, which Balaji sir has mentioned, some of them are losing jobs. Now, the myth is we are going to lose all the jobs. There is yes and no for both of it. There is, I think some of you have read the story, Who Moved My Cheese, right? So if we start looking at what we lost at the same place, assuming that we are going to get back, I think it's not going to happen that way. We also have to take steps to use our competence, which we are good at, to see like, how we are going to, get ourselves set to the new environment. Balaji sir rightly mentioned there's a huge gap right now. A simple analogy that he gave, I don't know where he got that statistics. People who are AI, those who know these newer technologies are having more possibilities of getting jobs, right, sir? You said around 20-30%. And that is true. Now what happens is, if we wait people to realize until they adopt these technologies, I think we'll miss the bus. So we need to do something right now, this point. Sir, sir, actually, sir, you mentioned that part, how to remove that panic. Yeah, there is a panic because we know that, we have to do something about it. But there are many people who are not even aware that this is there, like especially the students. We are just teaching them the regular subjects. They come out and they get into the real world and they get lost. And we need to do something about it. And also the employees, like manufacturing employees or IT employees, I don't know who, they may be happy that they're using the right competence at the moment and doing great. But if we don't pass that awareness that, what you are doing right now, if you don't equip yourself with these newer tools, I think you may go way behind and people may overtake you. So got to do something about it is my opinion. Right now we need to, because all these 4 people who are here in this panel are the one who are aware, what is happening in the industry or academia, and we need to do something about that. Now, answering Madhushri, your question, like what we are doing in our organization, see, we believe that AI is not going to replace. I think that belief is important. They're not going to replace you, but rather it acts like a co-pilot, not as a competitor. And we are empathizing, how it reduces repetitive tasks and frees up to most of your time, where you can give the strategic time to the same work what you're doing. So the first thing what we did was, understand, as an organization per se, what are those works which are, repetitive in nature. Not from the person's point of view, but from the work point of view, and see what we can do to automate it, plan workforce accordingly. And we have repeated town halls. In fact, ExcelSoft, we have heavily invested in AI. We have our AI lab because the kind of products that we have, tech products, most of them they're highly, future. We use future technologies for it, and luckily our employees are aware of those technologies. So the only thing that will change is perhaps we may, as Balaji has mentioned, rely more on people who know these tools when we hire, rather than relying on those things like, earlier, coming to the software, for example, if you know coding, or if you know testing, or if you know certain languages, you used to do the part of hiring, right? Now that is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but now more of hiring will happen on how you see things from logical point of view. Will you be able to sequence things? Are you creative? Will you be able to see things beyond what everyone else is seeing? Because now the belief system, like anybody can code. Yeah, you don't need to know the specific language, but what remains is that logic part, creative part, human part. I think this is where we are emphasizing more. Hope I answered your question. We are not still fully there. We are still understanding this devil or whatever you call. But now I know it's a friend too. But we are still trying to define a thin line between these two. I think we are doing a good job.
Niranjan sir, if you could actually mute the participants who are creating the noises would be great. Thank you, Harris sir, for that input. It really made huge difference with regards to coexistence is what is the next opportunity which has to be tapped in order to cope up with the AI. Going to Satish sir. Sir, there's one question which is always passing through my mind. How AI has influenced HR policies, especially in the areas like workforce planning, performance monitoring, or employee engagement? And what are the new HR challenges that you foresee in tech-driven or hybrid manufacturing environment currently we are in?
Okay, so especially
I request the host to mute the audio of those participants. Yes, sir. Yes, Satish, sir.
so, madam, you are asking about the practical difficulties we face in the transition and how it has influenced us, you mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you can give us a real-time example which took you through the transition mode where you had to face the challenges are considered and how you addressed those challenges, converted them, and coexisting with them right now.
Okay, very good question actually, madam. Especially this traditional manufacturing organizations, whatever it is there, it's whatever the new things which you would like to bring in the industry,
Yes.
it will that there will be an resistance. And if there is any a union is there, so it will be further challenging for the HR department to implement and introduce the new applications and the process or technology. And moreover, it's also depending upon the age group of the employees. What is the age group? If the age group is, if it is a more than a 40, 50 or something, it is still difficult to introduce a new technology, tools or applications or whatever. If the industry is at the beginning and if you are recruiting the younger age people, please.
So please continue, sir.
Okay. If the industry is newly starting and the younger age group is being recruited, and it will be an easy to introduce and implement the whatever technology is available at that moment. Say for example, as I have worked the state government organization factory, central government organizations, so I mean HAL and Birla Cements and Suzlon and now at present L&T. I have been experienced in working in different cultured group, but it is depending upon the industry and the culture in that industry where in it. I would like to give one example. In 2006 end, we have been appointed a fresh group at HAL as a lateral, and to the department, the new project which they have started is IJT, Intermediate Jet Trainer. That jet trainer was replacing Surya Kiran. So, which you are seeing the Surya Kiran, plays a very good aerobatics in a color in the sky and all in the air shows and all you might have seen. To replace that Surya Kiran, the new project has started, that is IJT. And this was known in the 2006 itself. The HL top management has recruited all the fresh blood 100% from outside. So the thinking that the introducing the new technology or the technology existing by that time, it's a difficult to manage and implement with the existing people. So this was an example, and always there will be a resistance for the new technology wherever you are going to introduce or implement. Just one more example. So we were in the L&T, we were discussing with the union for a negotiation meeting for the long-term settlement, wage settlement. And ours is present that L&T Bangalore unit is a 50-year-old unit. Our age group of our workers, blue collar workers, is 45 to 48. And just we were requesting the union to place a CCTV camera for all the production, the shop floors. And they have refused. And the 15 to 20 days, the meeting were paused because of this. They have refused and boycotted the further discussion. That finally we could able to convince them to affix the cameras and near to the CNC machines to accurately catch up the the process and to avoid any this quality issues like that. It's a very depending very difficult in a traditional manufacturing organizations to introduce. Obviously there will be a resistance, and it is depending upon how best we can convince our employees and to move further. And one more thing, and there is a strategy we have adopted in a two places where I was working in HL and as well as in the L&T. We have introduced this new technology and like AI type or whatever it is there in the non-technical areas. Say for example, stores and quality control and the process department and safety and all. And first we have brought and encouraged all the employees in an open forum. These are all the techniques are being introduced for the safety of your the safety of your workforce, work conditions, and the improve the productivity. Like that, we have convinced and we have introduced. Where we have introduced step by step in our shop floor, and finally to the extent of only at 30%, and 70% still we yet to introduce. It is there. Okay, the next thing is what are all the difficulties? The one more difficulties is the AI requires entire information about each employee, irrespective of he is a contract or the on roll. That feeding or preparing the database of each worker in an entire workforce itself is a big challenge. Unless and otherwise you have a full entire A to Z information with respect to the each individual, whoever is working four walls of our manufacturing unit, the introducing this AI is very difficult. Implementing AI in a full stretch, it's a difficult. So that is why. And the next difficult is if we start preparing the database, some of the data will not be available, and since ours is a world company as you think of, and we have to fetch the information from each individual by calling them, and we are doing it, and the suspicion, the worm will start rounding around his head and all, and the people will come. And it's depending upon how we are going to convince and prepare and build a database on which we can implement this AI in our manufacturing organizations. And the next thing is, machines. And all the new machines, we are replacing the machines. Now, obviously, wherever you see the CNC machines in a different capacities, it comes. And we have to train the aged employee work into that. Even if we train him based on the data which we have about him, what is his capacity and trait and skill and potential, all those things, sir, taking into considering all those things, even if we train, now how far he is going to gain a knowledge on that, it is a difficult. These are all the practical difficulties. And one more thing is, when we bring the new, replace the new machine with the old machine, and again the union people will come. And sir, ನಮ್ಮ ಜನದ್ದು ಜಾಬ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೆಗ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, like that. So there will be a misconception, and always there will be a fear factor among the blue collar employees while introducing the new technology or AI, whatever you say. And that is why these are all the practical difficulties which we face in the traditional manufacturing organizations. Unless and otherwise, the in the beginning itself, if we don't implement while setting up a manufacturing setup, it's obviously difficult, what I mean. So with this, I think I answered, madam, to your query
Yes.
to my best extent.
Yes.
And
Yes,
still, if it is anything is there to cover, and just let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you absolutely said that maintaining HR and IR relationship is highly important while going into the automation and maintaining that human touch, negotiations, cultural environment, everything is very important. Thank you, sir. Balaji, sir, I have one question with regards to the access to the technology that the students have today. There's huge access to the technology as well as knowledge also. It is open source of knowledge which is available to our students are considered. And they can easily analyze, cross-check, and even challenge the content that is being delivered in our classrooms. Correct? So, what are the challenges as an academician that you have come across? And in order to bridge that academia and industry gap, what are the specific projects or collaborations or internships that are being provided to the students with a real world AI exposure, sir?
Yes, madam. So that's a wonderful question, right? How we are trying to bridge the gap. Now, the number one, the biggest challenge what we face is student readiness. Okay, now this new, what you call the technology need to be adapted. A student should be having a little knowledge with respect to the mathematical foundations, as well as a little knowledge about the IT tools usage. Now, since our students come from a traditional arts and commerce background, they have a little resistance and apprehension that whether they can follow or adapt. This is the biggest challenge, where we do faculty mentorship and also we do a lot of sessions through industry people one-on-one, encouraging students to take up this new opportunity given to them. And also we find a challenge with respect to the curriculum what we design, because with the, as you rightly pointed out, with the AI, with the open and the amount of knowledge, this framework cycle is reducing. Initially, it used to be 3 years when we think about our curriculum change or syllabus change. Now it has came down to a year, or maybe in days to come, it will come down even to a 6 months time. No, that is how the past, the force is made, or a pressure is on the academic body to review their syllabus and update. as this change happens, the students normally resist, saying that our seniors doesn't have this, and why do you bring this to us? And again, this is something which we have to address, and it all depends on how our faculty introduces the concept and how they mentor the students with respect to this. And in our college, we have a mentor wherein every 8 to 10 students is assigned to a faculty, wherein the faculty takes the charge of mentoring, counseling, and coaching them. And every week, we have allocated at least 2 hours, where if a complete dedication is given to by the faculty to the students to address these challenges. And one more challenge what we have, especially with respect to the assessments, is that we don't have a standard framework for AI or the courses what we teach. And today, what we teach as something in a class will be immediately challenged by the latest updates, what's happening yesterday. Now, this is something which is going to be a big challenge for the faculty fraternity, because now the faculty readiness is itself is becoming more challenging. Being because the faculty has to update themselves to the latest curriculum, where through faculty development programs and through online courses. In fact, our college has introduced Coursera, a complete subscription to faculty and students, like LinkedIn courses. Everything is free of cost, provided to the faculty and students. Whenever they find the skill need to be updated by them, they can easily enroll through our college login portal, and they can do that. And also, we encourage faculty for continuous upskilling and support them both monetarily as well as non-monetary basis. Also, we support faculty to get the latest updations. That is another way how we cope these challenges. And the biggest challenge what we have with this new AI, and then how we are making it out, is all about the assessment mechanism, right? Today, children are not so serious in describing or explaining anything, all in short forms, and they want to present it in a very lucid and a simple way. Now, when it comes to assessment, yes, we have a challenge, and then it is there we brought in the concept of knowledge and skill. So there we have a framework called Bloom's taxonomy, where we try to see that 60% of our assessment is based on Bloom's taxonomy at level 3, level 4, and above. That is application, analyze, and then creativity and innovation is what level 3, level 4, and level 5, where it carries 60% of the weightage. Now, coming to the project and internships, yes, now we have increased that from 8 to 12 weeks. So now our program, since we have the autonomy, we have given the internship for 4 weeks, and the project, which used to be 6, is now extended to almost 12 weeks. Accordingly, we adjusted our calendar of events. That's number one. And the assessment part, when it comes to project and internship, we involved our industry partners to assess our students, and accordingly, their assessment is taken into consideration. So these are the few things which we have taken out to bring more of as skill, and as well as the assessment and the challenges which we immediately addressed with respect to AI and its implementation. So yes, madam, anything else I can add?
Absolutely sensible, sir. I think students who are there in a panel should know what is happening with regards to the opportunities that are created by the academic institutions for their collaboration with the new environment, that is data-driven environment which they are entering. Okay, now it's time for our panel discussion, where the floor is open for Q&A, that is question and answer round. There are a few questions that have been already posted by the panelists, and I would like to initiate this question. Through innovation, innovative ideas and solutions, we can compete with AI, and this is the need of the hour across sectors. This is the question which is posted by Dr. K. Srinivas Rao. I think I would request Shadakshari sir to answer this question. Innovation, innovative ideas and solutions, we can compete with AI. This is the need of the hour across sectors. What is
Yeah.
your opinion, sir?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think both innovation, invention are required for our current situation. The reason why I said invention is, okay, I did mention about we also need to start talking about kids being trained to be innovators, create new models, create new computations, whichever whatever is required as component of the next era. We should really create more inventions to be done. Okay, of course, okay, rightly said, we with innovations, with right solutions, we should be able to manage or okay get through and adopt this technology trend which is happening now, uh, to our benefit. At the same time, I probably disagree that okay, we need to compete with AI. Rather, okay, we need to adopt it. So we need to embrace it, right? There is nothing called competing with AI. AI is actually opening up a new era of innovations, new era of life. So we need to adopt it, embrace it, make it work for us, for the benefit of our country, benefit of our employees, society. That's the objective that we should really have it. As in my conversation, I also talked about what are happening, right? It's not just AI usage, automations, which is kind of changing the world, which is kind of uh, being augmented with the computation ability that we are trying to bring in. So this is bringing in a lot more challenges, sustainability issues in the industry. AI is not just the the magic bullet, which is happening at this point. This is also bringing a lot more challenge as a country, challenge as a for an environment. Um, there's a lot more to be done, right? And um, it is our responsibility to take this, understand this, and make sure that okay, we build right pillars to for the next level of growth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
There are two similar questions that are posted by Chinmay PR and Bhagyalakshmi. I would like to ask these questions to Harry, sir. With AI automating many HR tasks, what new skills should HR professionals focus on developing? What is the upskilling needed in the HR area wherever the intervention of AI is expected?
How many marks am I going to get for these questions now? Looks very interesting. I know it's from the HR student. I know this question I keep hearing from every student and also the young employee most of the time, because they're afraid that it's what's in store for us for future. Because uh, I think most of us, we talk about AI in a way that it's going to eat you up. I think we need to mellow down and we need to tell them, no, you don't have to compete with it. I totally agree with you, Dakshari sir. No, you don't have to compete with it. Just try to see it as your friend and work along with it. And I'm sure it's going to take you a long way. I don't have an answer for Chinmay's question. Because if I say I have an answer, then I'm all knowing Almighty. I don't think I have an answer. But now I want Chinmay to self-reflect. Ask her, what are the skills that I have? Let her list her down, okay? Then let her reflect. Of all the skills that I have, how is this AI is going to do most of the work out of the skills that I have? Let her remove those skills, because I don't think she need to work on those, because she's aware that these skills AI is going to help anyways. Now, those skills which I think automation is not going to complement in near future, let us start focusing on that, and those are the skills that HR required today. Now, if you ask me to list down, it's easy to. I just have to do a ChatGPT or take a help of Copilot, and it's going to throw me so many answers that you need to upgrade yourself to this. But one fundamental thing about the other than the soft skills, I guess, data literacy and knowing what technology, how to navigate technologies, and knowing certain tools. You cannot expect somebody else to give data to you. You need to be in a position to interpret that data. you need to know at least that part of it, and you need to be aware how, tech fluency, for example, familiarity with the tools that we have, like whether it's AI tools, HR platforms, and automation systems. Then what else? Well, here's where, yeah, this one thing I think is important: ethical governance. These values, and all this, is so important. Especially when you're using AI. Who's going to take care of the ethics of it? You may be spill out, maybe in a position not knowing that you will spill out a lot of data, a lot of security things, or you may end up doing things and not giving credit to the system, because we will not know whether it's you who did the entire thing or you have taken help from somebody else. Those are the things. I think they are important even before, when AI was not so in discussion, and even now. And last but not least, human-centric leadership. I don't think AI is going to help you much to lead things, because it's your intuition, your inner capabilities, and your belief system that helps you to lead. I guess that's all I have for. I know I have not answered Chinmay's question fully, because if I answer, I know that answer is not right, because it's evolving so fast, as Balaji sir has mentioned. He used to change the syllabus once in 5 years, once in a year. Now it looks like you need to change it every day. In my opinion, it's every day. You have to self-reflect. You will get the answer. Yes, Madhushri, that's an answer.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mother,
sir.
if I
Yes,
may
sir.
add,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So I think on dot, okay, Hari says that, okay, yes, none of us sitting here will be able to. This is what you should learn. But at the same time, I feel, okay, this is my opinion being an entrepreneur, that, okay, I'm seeing generations of people coming into the business and dealing with them, and also kind of observing what is required. I feel that, okay, this is the opportunity which is given to us to become what we are supposed to be. This, we were always, from a personal manager to HR manager. We called that again from a process, okay, again, it was an operations. Then we made it as an HR managers, who was still a manager. Now I think where we need to take it for granted that, okay, operations that we were trying to do, right, as a HR managers, right, there is a documentations and all this stuff could be really augmented and automated. So AI was going to take care. So what is left? HR, human resource. Probably, we need to start calling or start looking at becoming HR, being an HR managers. We need to start building human resource competencies. It could be, I think two things that comes to my mind is EQ quotient within organization, TQ quotient within organization. How do we build a trust within the organization? How do we build a emotion quotient within an organization? How do we build ownership? So that's the challenge that we have. I'm sure, okay, we are all seeing it. We have a new in terms of learning ourselves, unlearn ourselves. So there's a lot more to learn, a lot more to build that culture, build that human resource quotient. So in my opinion, next 5 years, we need to take it for granted that, like, some of these operations, that documents that we were trying to do is going to be augmented with AI. And we need to start looking at human resources, and start looking at more in terms of building human capacity. So that's what I see next skills, or like a next roadmap for the human resources managers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good, nice.
That was aptly said. There was one question, interesting question from Raksha Rao. Raksha Rao, if you can unmute yourself and ask the question to Satish Chandra sir, it would be great. Ms. Raksha Rao, if you're there in the panel, I request you to ask.
Yeah, hi.
Yes.
Hi, this is Raksha.
Yeah.
Raksha here. I'm running a consulting firm. We are into electrical and electronic consulting services. We are an LLP company, and I'm one of the director of this company. My question was like, I just wanted to know what are the biggest risks around ethics and responsible AI in the organization strategy? I would like Mr. Harris to address this question.
Can you repeat that question again, please?
Sure. What are the biggest risks around ethics and responsible AI in organizations strategy?
What comes to me, the three things. One is confidentiality. Another one is integrity. Well, third one is accountability. Integrity, well, and confidentiality. Let me begin with that, okay? Not knowing, unknowingly, you may feed data into the system to get an answer. Now, what data you feed to the system, AI system, we don't know. Okay, prompt, whatever that you call. Now, these AI systems works, I guess you all know, it takes from everyone and it navigates through the networks across the globe, whatever that is available for what question that you are asking, and it gives you an answer, right? But now, to get an output, we never know how you feed data, what data you feed, how confidential will it be. Do you know a company like ours, for example, we work on innovation, and we work on product development, product enhancement, and most of these things works under highly confidential and compliance kind of regulatory system, because it's innovation, right? So we want to stay ahead of everyone, and you're innovating, but you want to keep it confidential.
Correct.
If things go out, then somebody else may release a product much before you, and that person may go way ahead of the competition. Now, do you think you can rely on certain tools like AI tools to get an answer because you're working on the research for the innovation by feeding that data into that system which you don't know where it's going to take? Now, these are the things which we need to be careful about. And the integrity part, because now we all talk about copyright. Let's talk about that, because I think all of you, it's pretty easy to understand. When you write a song, it's copyright. When you write a music, it's copyright. When you write a story, there is a copyright. Even innovation, there is a copyright. And if you are a student who is asking question, when you prepare a project report, and you submit that to Balaji sir, I'm sure he wants to run that through plagiarism. That's because you want to see whether it's yours, copyright. So now, this AI system, whether it's helping you to bypass it, we don't know. We don't know whether it's yours, whether it is researched, whether it is fully taken out by a system. Now, these are the things which are the bigger right now for us to deal. And this is the ethical question that we have. That's where I spoke about AI governance. It is still at the initial stage. I think you might have heard about somebody's picture, circulating in a social media. Somebody's voice is, like deep fake, whatever that you call, whether it's a voice, whether it's an image, whether it's a video. That may create the emotional distress to an individual against, but you don't know where it's coming from, what is the source. And that's again one of the ethic and copyrighted, whatever that IP that we call. I guess we are still new and working towards AI governance. We're almost there, but there is a lot of work to be done. I think that is the answer I guess I have for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because as we deal with lot of electronic and electricals, uh, agreements and all those things, I just wanted to know, when we implement this AI in our organization,
Okay.
how best can we maintain the ethics, and how best we can maintain the organization strategy, from getting leaked to the other organizations. I think I got the answer. So thank you so much for
Thank you,
your.
Raksha.
You can always reach out to me offline. I'll be happy to help you out on this.
Oh,
Thank you,
that's
Hari,
wonderful.
sir. That's a nice thing. I think one last question for the session to wind up. I request Ms. Bhagyalakshmi to ask the question that is being posted. Please, Bhagyalakshmi.
So this question is to all the panelists and mainly focused towards the corporate HRs, because I come from a corporate background as a HR. So my question is, how are we going to mitigate the algorithm bias in any aspect of HR wherever the intervention of AI is done or expected?
I think it is an open question to all the panelists. I think anybody can answer it.
I have spoken enough, and I thought
Yeah.
I'd give an opportunity to anybody else to add your perspective.
Yeah, AI can perpetuate and even amplify the existing biases present in training data and leading discriminatory practices in hiring and promotions and play and all. Actually, so it gives the flat clear opinion about the candidates, and based on that, it's depending upon us to the which and how we are going to select that actually. Okay, so here there will not be an human touch or human sense, and everything could be depending upon the AI module, and it won't be having any sentiments. And some of the time, so which the AI selects and gives and shows the performance of the candidate, and compared to the other candidate, which whose performance is rated and shows down or less or something, there will be difference, and obviously we have to take a call, the balancing both between the AI and as well as the our human touch, and based on that, it we have to take a decision. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, we have to balance it with the both AI given results and human, the assessment. Humanly assessment with the sentiments, and AI with the machine language or something and all, and that is the best way. What I think.
Thanks for the answer, sir. Again, the continuing question to that is, do we have corporate governance in place for this AI in any aspect of AI, in whichever department? Corporate governance.
Yeah, actually, I will tell you that every corporate will have the code of conduct policy. In that code of conduct policy, this governance part will be an very vital. And how do we deal with our informations and database while we are talking to a customer or stakeholders or whatever, everything pin to pin, step by step explanations has been given in the corporate policy, and it is a duty of every employee to adapt and maintain that code of conduct, especially the more in governance part, and integrity and governance part, and with AI also, and it is very much related to our data, and securing data itself is the main motto and objective of this AI, and the one has to to adapt that code of conduct and maintain integrity and confidentiality as far as his person and as well as the company is concerned.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Today, we are at the fag end of this virtual debate session. HR challenges in the era of AI. Today's discussion has truly highlighted the evolving role of HR in leveraging technology, enhancing employee experience, and driving organizational growth while navigating the complexities of AI-driven workplaces. As we draw this engaging session to a close, thank you all for your active participation and attention. I now invite Mr. Gautam, Head HRIR Radico, to conclude today's session and deliver the vote of thanks.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. Okay. Am
Good evening, sir.
I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So I request before I conclude this session and propose my vote of thanks, I request everyone to switch on their cameras so that we can see the beautiful faces of the participants. Okay. So many familiar faces, many new faces. Okay. Nice. Okay. So before I conclude, I request all the panelists to give their two lines closing note. I'll start with Shadakshari sir.
Thank you, Gautam. Thanks for the opportunity. It was really great. This is the first time that I'm participating here. And thanks. And it was a really insightful discussions we had today. Thanks for organizing it. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, Satish Chandra sir.
Yeah, thank you, Gautam, and all your team for giving me an opportunity. And it was a really very good topic which you have chosen. Actually, the discussions went very well. Of course, we need not to worry and fear about the AI or something and all. And it is only the tool and applications which we can definitely use better to improve our potential and candidate and prepare our workforce for the future eventuality. And obviously, it will become helpful for us to to upgrade ourselves to the to improve our business and processes. And in this way, and it's no one need not to worry, and it is only a starting stage, this AI, and it has not fully implemented everywhere. We are some organizations are in the halfway or in starting and all. But however, it is a good tool and reducing the man hours, and so that the man hours, the manpower can focus towards a strategic improvement and all. Only at it is a rule like a 70 30 70 rule in an AI, and in this way, it can really help us to take our business and to move forward.
Thank you, sir. Harris sir, your closing note.
ಅದ್ಭುತ.
Yes,
ತುಂಬಾ
sir.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Ah.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಂಥ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ನೀವು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಲಿತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬಾನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು AI. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರಿವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲಸ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಒಂದು ಅಂಗ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಈ AI ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೇದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Thank you, sir. Balaji, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Gautam, and his entire team. Actually, as an academician, I learned a lot. And honestly speaking, I understood how the role of our MBA students are changing. Now, it's more important for us to make them as a strategic innovators and empathetic leaders, is what I understand from the entire panel discussion. So thank you once again to the entire team, and wish to participate more in such programs to learn. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all the panelists. See, my conclusion is HR always had challenges. He had challenges from the day one. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, now we are at industry 4.0, moving to industry 5.0. So for the first revolution of industry ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ HR didn't had any major challenges, whereas during that revolution HR ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. But when we moved from Industrial Revolution 1 to Industrial Revolution 2, now what is this movement? Industrial Revolution 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ we were using steam power, mechanization ಇತ್ತು, no computers. So mass productions ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. We moved from Industrial Revolution 1 to Industrial Revolution 2. Now what happened in Industrial Revolution 2? Electricity ಬಂತು, ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲೈನ್ಗಳು ಬಂತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಟೋಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಗ್ಲೂ HR ಏನು challenges ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, because even at that point of time, most of the industries were labor intensive industries. And the organization where there are more number of employees, HR will enjoy like anything, because more the number of employees, there will be a more scope for HR department, HR processors. Sir, hope Satish sir will agree with me.
Obviously.
Correct alla? Because employees illa andre HR
yes, whatever
scope illa. Yes. So then industry 2.0 ವರೆಗೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. But when we look at the industry 3.0, when this computer came, automation came, that is when the whole story started. Because the moment automation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, computers ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ definitely we can't rule out the factor that there is no job cuts. There are job cuts. So the moment computer ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಟೋಮೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ HR ಫೇಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್? ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಡೌನ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ HR ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ. Again, a new technology has been implemented. The moment technology is implemented, we have to upskill, train our current employees on that. So talent gap ಅನ್ನೋ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ HR. And again, the integration of employees and technology, bigger challenge, because not everyone are equally qualified or equally capable of handling the technology. So training ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು. So that challenge the HR faced during industrial revolution, industrial 3.0. Again, now we are in industry 4.0, where the robots are in the picture. And now from industry 4.0, we are moving to 5.0, where our belief is that everything will be done by internet and robots. But illi enu antandre, yes, when computer came into the picture, navella ankota idvi, navella we will lose our job, computer will do everything. Whereas it was just a fear, it was just a myth. But it was not like that. Only some small percentage of jobs were reduced. And again, when digital era came, digital era also took out some jobs from the market, but not to the greater extent. Then we moved from digital era to data era. We were talking about data analytics. But again, it was also overhyped. And now we are in the era of AI. So we can't rule out that AI will take all the jobs. AI will definitely take out some of the jobs from the industry, and definitely there will be new challenges. I will rather not call it as new challenges, the same old challenges. Maybe the same old wine in a new bottle. there will be little bit of downsizing which HR has to manage. There will be a little bit of skill gap which organization will face, that HR has to address. And again, integration of technology and employees, a major challenge HR has to address. And on top of these challenges, there is one more big challenges HR has to address, is whether his own job is secured. Because when I look at some of the labor intensive organizations, there used to be dozens of HRs in the organization. But now those organizations, they have done automation, they have brought automation, or they have brought digitalization in their own HR department. Obviously, when we look at 20, 30 years back, the time office, it used to be managed by 2 to 3 executives, because everything used to be manual. Now when computer is in picture, and not just computer, your punch clock will do everything. Everything is automated. There is an intranet where employee can put his apply for leave, attendance marking is automated, everything is automated. Obviously, instead of 4 people handling time office, I think one person is enough to handle the computer which does this time office activity. So we can't rule out that there are no job cuts, there are job cuts. And AI will not take all the jobs, but to some extent, some jobs definitely AI will snatch. So what we have to do, we have to embrace this change. Maybe when computers were introduced, there were a lot of resistance. And ಯಾರು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೋ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರು. So we will not lose our job. We will be there, the place where we are. In order to move forward, in order to be a successful in our career, we have to embrace this change of AI. So these are my closing.
Yeah, actually, Gautam, just I wanted to add a small point of view. Actually, you were talking about industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 and all. Yeah, that's what. Earlier there was a saying that so when the electricity and automation and all come, so you produce or perish.
Yes,
that was the thing. The next is the in the era of 4. So you have to perform or you will perish. Perform or perish. Okay. So now by introducing many technology and AI and other tools and applications and all have come. So now you have to update or collapse. So there are industry examples are there before us, the Nokia and Kodak and all. And those who are not updated, including ITI and other HMT and all, many organizations of those who are not updated and synchronize themselves with the changing, their product into the new market era and all, and they started falling and perishing. And this is how we have to take a lesson from the some of the industries and all, and the proposed way which have come for the industry line.
Yes, sir. Taking input from your words, let us all perform. Let us all perform.
Yes.
Let us embrace this change. Let us update ourselves. Let us learn new things. Learning is a continuous process. And since we are all in the HR fraternity, we have to update ourselves every day. Okay, thank you. So and now it's time to propose a vote of thanks. So on behalf of Mysore CHR Forum, NAPM Mysore Chapter, Edin Foundation, I thank each and everyone who are directly or indirectly part of this virtual session. We had a very great session. So first and foremost, I would like to thank all the panel members. Before I thank the panel members, I would like to thank Bartishar of Apollo Hospital for joining us today and setting a tone by giving a very powerful keynote speech. So, Bartishar, are you there, sir? Okay, I think he is not there. So, any representatives from Apollo Hospital?
I'm there.
Who? Sorry?
Sagar.
Sagar. Yes, Sagar. Sagar. Sagar, please convey our thanks to your unit head.
Definitely, Gautam. Thanks for this opportunity.
Yes, and thanks for being title sponsor for HR Dasara 2025. And we'll look forward to same association for our future programs also.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Sagar. Thank
you so much.
Okay, so special thanks to Dr. Balaji Rao, HOD of VVC MBA department. Thanks a lot for joining us. Yes, sir, accepting our invitation and being part of this panel discussion. And as a small gesture, a small token of from our side, hope it has reached you. A small memo.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Then next, I would like to thank Shadakshari sir for accepting our invitation and being part of this session. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hope you have received our token of love.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bharat should show that our sponsors will be happy. We have special gift hampers from key natural products and Jakalis. They produce this wood pressed groundnut oil. Yeah. So Bharat, can you just show it if you have received it? Acha. Okay. Yes. That's a small validation process.
Just for a moment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So next, I would like to thank Satish sir, who has joined all the way from Bangalore. Thanks a lot for joining us, sir, and hope you have received our token of love.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, sir. Not the least, I would like to thank the most flamboyant HR of Mysore, Harris sir, for always being our great support to all our activities.
Thank you, Gautam.
Yes, and sorry for forcing you to come all the way from Bangalore to Mysore, to attend this session.
No, it's okay. Glad that you called me back to Mysore.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for
Yes.
making me come to Mysore faster than my plans.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. And this particular session wouldn't have been possible without the support of Mysore Maharani's Women's Commerce and Management College, Mysore. So please give a big round of applause to the entire team of Maharani's Women's Commerce and Management College. I'll just take a few names of the team. They played a very key role. Thanks to Dr. Nataraj C, who is the principal of the college. Thanks to Dr. Niranjan Babu HS, who is the associate professor. And thanks to Professor Anand, assistant professor. Dr. Mutturaju S. I think special round of applause to Dr. Mutturaju S, who is the IQAC coordinator. And he also played a role of a technical person handling Zoom, because you all know that conducting Zoom session, if it is a small group, then it is okay. But if it is a big group, there will be a lot of technical challenges. So great job by the professor. I will just request Niranjan sir, can you request your team members, to show up?
Mutturaj, if you're in Mutturaj,
Dr. Shruti D.
Dr. Mutturaj, Dr. Shruti,
and Dr. Shruti
can you
D,
switch on your video?
Professor Gunashri B, IT coordinator. Okay, I think they are shy. It's okay.
Yes,
So special thanks. Yeah. Okay. I thought you are taking time to get ready.
Sir, it is the Dr. Mutturaj sir, the IKC coordinator.
Okay.
He has helped a lot, and
Yeah.
the IT coordinator Gunashri and IQAC co-coordinator Dr.
Yes.
Shruti, they equally taken the pain in organizing this virtual debate. In fact, it's a lot of learning which has taken place for us. It's a first of its kind from our college and from our MCOM PG department, and a lot of learning has taken place. Thanks for this opportunity for organizing a virtual debate on the AI and the HR challenges.
So thank you for associating with us. Thank you for all the support, and special thanks to Mr. Puneet Kumar B, Center Head, NR Center for Community Development. Do we have Puneet Kumar online?
No,
Idhar
sir,
hoge?
yes, left.
Acha, okay. So special thanks to them, and big round of applause to our moderator Madhushri Madam, who moderated the whole session. Madhushri Madam, please show up. You can't.
Sir, on behalf of the college, we also thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thanks a lot, madam. Madhushri, madam.
Myself, Gunashri, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, Madhushri, madam. I think everyone, please, wherever you are sitting, please give a big round of applause, to Madhushri, for moderating the whole session. It's not so easy to moderate in any new subject. Whenever we have any discussion on the new topics, it's not so it's not so easy. And AI is something like that we feel that we know about AI, but AI is a very vast subject, and trying to frame questions for each panelist doing a lot of research, it takes a lot of efforts and time. So thanks a lot, madam, for supporting this online session, and a special thanks to Akshata for hosting the session. Akshata, yes. Yes, Akshata, I think she deserves a lot of appreciation, because Janvi was supposed to host the program, but last night, she reported sick, and overnight we could arrange, and when I spoke to Akshata, she gracefully accepted the challenge, and this is something which AI cannot do. Okay, so so special thanks to Akshata, and thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone. Hope I have not missed out anyone. And this
Participants.
Yes. Our participants, who joined us. And do we have Rupa Madam online? Rupa Madam from Tumkur. Madam? Idhar? Okay. Rupa Madam, okay. So just to share two good things. We have around 100 participants joining us from Tumkur. There are around 100 students. They are sitting in one place, and they took part in this session. And we also have around 100 students from G.S.S. College. Vidya Madam, are you there? Yeah, I think now, since their college closing hours is 4:30, maybe they have moved out. So this is one good development which happened in this season. We had around mass participation from two of the institutions. So thanks to them also. Thanks to all the participants. Thanks to HR professionals. Thanks to faculties. Thanks to students, and thanks to each and everyone who joined this session. So today we have completed our day 3 activity of HR Dasra, and next we are moving to our day 4 activity, which will be first of its kind. And for the first time we are trying to do this, which is HR's Swachh Mysore mission. So this is scheduled for November 2nd. And we, as a Mysoreans, we feel that It is our basic responsibility. We always speak about our right, whereas we never speak about our responsibilities. So, as a responsible Mysoreans, as a citizen of this city, it is our responsibility to keep our city clean. So, we feel that during this Dasara time, we will be having many of our relatives coming across India and making this city more beautiful. So now it is our time to whatever is done to the city, we have to just contribute something to clean this city. So that is on November 2nd. So I request everyone to take part in that. All the details will be shared in our official HR Dasara WhatsApp groups. So once again, thanks a lot and have a great weekend.
Thank
Thank you all. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I am from Bangalore.
Yes.
This is Tapas.
Yes.
I think this vote of Thanksgiving ceremony can be handed over to AI with the proper input.
Sir, any see, today AI can do coding, AI can
Yeah.
do web hosting, AI, yeah, AI can generate music.
No, my this in a lighter way I have told. See, what am I clear?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, see, but in a lighter way, I told. So this is the thing. When we interact each other, the human touch, AI will not have. AI can have a job which can connect the dots with vast network or vast data across the globe. So it can connect the dots and give you a instant facts and figures so that you can reach to some conclusion for your present situation where you are standing.
Yes.
Suppose
Yes.
you want something. So that's AI can do, and we have to utilize this for our benefits always. See, I myself, Tapas, I was in Ministry of Defense, Government of India. I was heading HR for Nagarjuna Construction, and total 30 plus years experience. I enjoyed this session. I joined through link and really enjoyed this session, and look forward to meet you going forward wherever you are doing.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot, Mr. Tapas, for the feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
anyone who would like to give feedback can give feedback. We would love to listen to it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Good day.
Yeah, thank you. Niranjan sir, you can end the meeting.